Have you ever stared at a bill from an AI service and thought, what on earth is a token? It's like you're being charged in some kind of futuristic arcade currency. How does a simple sentence, something you type every day, get turned into a billing unit? It seems almost magical, doesn't it? Well, today we're going to demystify this whole process. Welcome to episode 32, where we're explaining token billing. We'll break down exactly how your words are packed up and charged, and why tokens are the absolute minimum unit that large language models understand. So if you've ever felt puzzled by those token charges, stick around because we're about to make it all crystal clear. Imagine you're running a massive logistics company. Your warehouse is buzzing with activity, and your job is to move goods from point A to point B. Now, let's think of every single word, or even just a part of a word, as a tiny individual cargo box. These little boxes are our tokens. When you type a question or a command into an AI, you're essentially gathering up all these small cargo boxes and loading them onto a truck. This is your input. The more you write, the more boxes you're loading. You're the one supplying the initial cargo. Lucas here is stacking them up, getting them ready for their journey. See how many boxes it takes just for a single sentence. Each one represents a token. Once your truck is loaded with all these input tokens, it hits the road. It travels to the AI's processing factory, which we'll get to in a moment. After the factory does its magic, a different truck heads out, this time filled with new cargo boxes. These represent the AI's response, the text it generates for you. This is the output. Every word, every piece of punctuation the AI creates is another one of those little cargo boxes, or tokens, being delivered back to you. So you have the cargo you sent and the cargo you received. Now, how does this relate to your bill? It's simple, really. In our logistics company, you'd be charged for the total amount of cargo moved. It's the same with AI. The final cost is calculated based on the total volume of tokens you've handled. That means you pay for the input tokens, the cargo you loaded onto the first truck, and you also pay for the output tokens, the cargo the AI delivered back to you. The bill is just a tally of all these tiny units combined, multiplied by their unit price. So it's not about the number of questions you ask, but the total weight or volume of the text going in and coming out. So let's peek inside that mysterious factory where all the processing happens. This factory represents the large language model, or LLM. When your truck of input tokens arrives, the factory's first job is to unpack everything. It breaks down your sentences into these fundamental units, the tokens. For the AI, a sentence like "tell me a story" isn't a single thing. It's a sequence of tokens, tell me a story. Sometimes a single word might even be broken into smaller pieces, like unforgettable becoming unforget and able. These tokens are the absolute smallest, building blocks the AI can work with. It doesn't see words or sentences the way we do. It sees a stream of these tokens. It processes them, understands the patterns and relationships between them, and then starts building its response, one token at a time. It's like a Lego master assembling a new creation brick by brick. The AI predicts the next most likely token, adds it to the sequence, and repeats this process until the response is complete. This brings us back to billing. The charges you see are for two main things. First, there's the transport load, the sheer number of tokens that are moved back and forth. Just like our logistics company charges for every box, the AI service charges for every token, both input and output. Second, there's the computational effort. Running this massive factory, processing all those tokens, and generating new ones requires a huge amount of computing power. The token fee is essentially your payment for using this incredibly complex and powerful machinery. So, every time you interact with an AI, you're paying for the transportation and the manufacturing of information, all measured in the currency of tokens. Now that we understand how tokens work and why they're the basis for billing, you might be thinking about some other strange AI behaviors. For instance, have you ever been in a really long chat with an AI and it suddenly seems to forget what you were talking about just a few minutes ago? It's like it has a short-term memory problem. Why does that happen? And if our sentences are loaded onto a truck, exactly how long is that truck? Is there a limit to how much information it can carry at one time? These are fantastic questions, and they lead directly into our next topic, the context window. We'll explore all of that in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it.